Konnichiwa, Japan fans. In today's show, we're going to talk about marketing and sales. So let's get going. This is the fourth year of the Sales Japan Series podcast, and we are broadcasting around the world from the Beverly Hills of Japan, Minato-ku. It is Chic Central. I'm your host, Dr. Greg Story, your corporate coaching and training guide committed to your success, the president of Dale Carnegie Training Japan, the best-selling author, Japan Sales Mastery and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery, will be released shortly. In this podcast, I want to help you to survive COVID-19. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast with your family, friends, and colleagues. We are not being sponsored by Libsyn, but we value your privacy, which is why we have our podcast hosted by Libsyn, who, unlike many other podcast hosts, have a strict policy that does not allow access to your private information by anyone. Here is our daily podcast lineup on iTunes. Mondays, the Cutting Edge Japan Business Show. Tuesdays, the Presentation Japan Series. Every second Tuesday, the Business Tatsujin no Oshie Show. Wednesdays, the Sales Japan Series. Thursdays, the Leadership Japan Series. And every second Thursday, the Business Pro Podcast Show. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show. And Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews. This is episode number 241. We're talking about bringing more marketing into sales calls. Salespeople have sales tools which often are not thoroughly thought through enough. These can be flyers, catalogues, slide decks, etc. They can also be proposals, quotations, and invoices. Usually, the salespeople are given the tools as they are, and either don't ask for improvements or don't believe the marketing department has much interest in their ideas about the dark art of marketing. Consequently, there are some areas for improvement which go begging. Flyers, catalogues, and slide decks tend to be very evenly arranged. Every page is basically presented in the same way, yet as salespeople, we know that there are going to be certain products which are more popular than others. These items and corresponding pages should be up the front. It might mean breaking away from the sectional approach of all the bits and bobs being collected together in their respective places, separate and cordoned off. Also, on important pages of these most important products or services, there are bound to be keywords or key paragraphs that, over time, we have learnt are of most relevancy to our clients. There will also be key data tables, diagrams, or photos which should be drawn to the buyer's attention. Why don't we have marketing do something with this information? Maybe make the font larger, or add bold or highlight using color. This is only a matter of adjusting the layout of the page and getting the next round of printing or soft copy to reflect these updates. Generally speaking, we don't want to be handing our materials over to the client in the first instance. We want to spin the item around so that they can easily read it. With our nice pen, we draw their attention to the areas we want them to see. Not everything on that page has equal value. Some sections will be more important than others. They can read the whole thing later at their leisure, but while we are there with them, we want to go through the content and determine what they need to focus on. When we leave the materials with them, the highlighted areas will draw their attention to where we need them to be looking for information. Find out more when we come back from the break. Our show today is brought to you by our public programs, but we also do custom-made in-house classes. Now, we do them in our super safe classroom, we do them live online, and we do them in Japanese, and we do them in English. Today's show is brought to you by, on June 11th, our performance evaluation program. June 15, managing stress. June 16, virtual selling, session 1 of a 5-session series. June 18, evaluation systems and coaching. You can find out more about those programs on our website at enjapan.dalecarnegie.com. And you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Get my best-selling books, Japan Sales Mastery, the Bible for selling in Japan, and Japan Business Mastery, and my new book, Japan Presentations Mastery. If you like learning by watching videos, we have over 1,000 for you there on Japan Dale Carnegie TV on YouTube. We release 3 TV shows every week on YouTube. The Cutting Edge Japan Business Show, that's the premier business show in Japan, comes out Mondays. Fridays, the Japan Business Mastery Show, and Saturdays, Japan's top business interviews, where I interview leaders in Japan from SMEs all the way up to the corporate captains of industry on one topic, leading in Japan. Now, every second Thursday, we release the Business Pro Television Show. And don't forget, you can email me at greg.story@dalecarnegie.com. Welcome back. If this is so easy, why are all the sales materials we see all look the same? Flat, undifferentiated, and no attempt to direct the eye of the reader. Everyone has their job. Marketing is there to produce the materials, but they don't know which are the key sections for buyer purview. Salespeople are busy running around seeing clients and just take what they have been given. They never think to make a request to marketing to change the materials. What if the buyers have different interests? That will be true. But it will also be true that 20% of the key information will suit 80% of the buyers. So we should concentrate on that content. If there are particular sections which are not highlighted, then we can deal with that problem when we are with the buyer. The other areas for some marketing effort are around how we present quotations, invoices, and proposals. We should be advertising our services or goods on the quotations and invoices. Key people in the buyer's company will see these materials, and here's a chance to get our information in front of them. If there are soft copies involved, this allows us to add links to the website where more information can be found. QR codes are also good for taking information on a page to a website. Proposals can be very florid or very flat. Something in the middle is a good idea. We don't want the presentation of the information overwhelming the messages. We also don't have to just rely on text. Visual stimulation is very powerful, and photos of people are always attractive to us. This is where we salespeople need marketing's help. We need someone who has great layout skills and knows how to assemble the look and feel of the pages. Let's rethink our sales materials and ask, what more could we get from them? Thank you for joining the Sales Japan series. If you found the program useful, please work on your karma and share it with your family, friends, and colleagues. Don't forget to subscribe and share this podcast. Immediately apply what you've learned today, use it, and go out there and survive. Remember, I'm your corporate coaching and training guy in your corner, committed to your success here in Nippon.